If you are in the market for the electric vehicle that will serve your lifestyle the best, you should give serious consideration to purchasing an electric SUV. Your selection of vehicles does not appear to be constrained, as the majority of automobile manufacturers currently provide electric sport utility vehicles, SUVs. These crossover and four-wheel drive electric vehicles continue to be popular among consumers, and their higher ride heights and larger bodies make them ideal candidates for electrification. For instance, their platforms have sufficient spare space to accommodate a battery pack and a couple of electric motors without compromising the amount of space available for passengers. The question that needs to be answered is which electric SUV is the best. To assist you in determining which one is the most suitable for your way of life, we have investigated all of these possibilities and compiled this list of 10 fantastic choices. We haven't only concentrated on the quick and pricey items either. Our compilation, which is updated on a regular basis, contains everything from inexpensive family runabouts to budget-busting flag carriers that go at breakneck speeds. Keep watching to see our ranking of the top electric sport utility vehicles currently on the market. Also subscribe to our channel for more. Number 10. BMW X3. The BMW X3 is an electric variant of the standard X3, and it performs quite admirably in all of the essential areas of operation. It only has a moderate output of 285 horsepower, which means that it is not mind-blowingly quick, but it handles well. There is a significant amount of space inside, and it has an official range of 285 miles. Additionally, its brakes are of a particularly high quality. When it comes to other electric vehicles, the tendency is to optimize them for maximum regeneration when you step on the brake pedal. This can make the experience seem mushy and diminish their overall quality. This is not the case with the X3, which has excellent pedal feel and brakes that are quite sensitive. Number 9. MG ZS EV. The following list will demonstrate that electric automobiles come with a hefty price tag. Because their batteries are packed with expensive rare earth materials, the manufacturers push the cars to the top of their lines up and load them up with enough premium equipment to allow them to generate a fair profit. The ZS EV is not an MG, rather, it is an electric SUV designed for the everyday motorist. It has a manageable amount of equipment, a fair range of 273 miles, and sufficient space to deal with whatever challenges the everyday life of the family may present. Oh, and the costs begin somewhere around £30,000. Number 8. Tesla Model I. The Tesla Model I may not be as innovative as some of the company's other vehicles. It's essentially a jacked-up version of the Model 3. But this does not take away from the vehicle's many positive qualities. The shortest distance that can be traveled by the most fundamental model is 283 miles, while the longest distance that can be traveled by the most advanced long-range variant is 331 miles. The Model I is now more affordable than it has ever been, according to Tesla's recent price reduction of thousands of dollars, which brings the price down to a level that is more reasonable for the average consumer. Additionally, you will get access to Tesla's supercharger network, which is a useful perk. Number 7. Genesis GV60. Genesis is the most recent addition to the family. To Hyundai, the corporation is analogous to what Lexus is to Toyota, and the GV60 is the first attempt by the brand to produce a fully electric vehicle. It's also a very good one. You get powerful performance across the lineup and maximum electric range of 321 miles thanks to the swoopy design that hides the same base and powertrains as the superb Kia EV6. Charge times are also extremely short as a result of its electrical system's 800V voltage. If you can find a charger with 350 kilowatts of power, it will take only 18 minutes to go from 10 to 80%. Number 6. Mercedes-Benz EQB. Don't give up quite yet, because the EQB is an ingenious piece of apparatus. Yes, we are aware that it appears to be somewhat uninteresting. To begin, there is space enough inside for 7 individuals in spite of the rather small footprint the building has. Although it is only available with all-wheel drive, the vehicle has an official maximum range of 260 miles with any of its 2 available powertrain configurations. That's a respectable number, especially taking into account the fact that both vehicles have a battery capacity of only 66.5 kilowatt-hours. And because it is based on the same platform as the combustion-engined GLB, it retains a lot of the selling aspects of that car, such as its sleek dashboard and dual-screen infotainment system. This is because it is based on the same platform as the GLB. Number 5. Audi Q8 e-tron SUV. At the time of its release in 2018, the Audi e-tron SUV was the vehicle that signaled the beginning of the transition that the brand would make into electric power. Although it was a convincing effort overall, it was quickly followed by a plethora of competitors that offered a wider choice of services and more capabilities.
This model, the Q8 e-tron, is a refined iteration of the first-generation e-tron and features a slew of enhancements over its predecessor, one of which is an increased driving range of up to 330 miles. All things considered, it's a premium electric SUV that's highly competitive, refined, understated, and easy to live with. Number 4. Jaguar I-Pace. Since it was introduced in 2018, the iPace has been overtaken in the race for maximum driving range by more recent vehicles, such as the Skoda Enyaq and the Tesla Model I. However, we are big fans of the iPace due to its unwavering concentration on the driver. It is still one of the most responsive electric cars on the market, with a suspension that is surprisingly well balanced and steering that is just as responsive as a gasoline-powered Jaguar. It can go from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds because to its 395 horsepower and 513 pound-feet of torque, making it a speedy vehicle. Number 3. Skoda Enyaq. The Enyaq is not a very enjoyable vehicle to drive, yet it is an excellent choice for a family vehicle due to its enormous cabin as well as its 640-liter trunk capacity. A word of advice though, don't let yourself get caught in by the promises of the quickest Mars variation because in the actual world, it isn't any speedier than the average 80X variant. If you want to make the most informed decision, it's best to stay with the 201 horsepower single-motor 80 model and invest the rest of your money in the largest 77 kilowatt-hours battery. You will have adequate performance as well as a range of more than 300 miles if you do it this way. Number 2. BMW X. The BMW X is a technical marvel that sets new standards. It is the most recent bespoke electric vehicle to be added to the company's lineup, and it comes equipped with a body made of rare carbon fiber, a battery pack with a capacity of up to an astounding 111.5 kilowatt-hours, and as much as 610 horsepower. In a nutshell, if you go for the top-of-the-line model, you'll be able to acquire an electric SUV that is not only incredibly competent, but also incredibly swift and long-legged. The costs start about £70,000, but if you want the quickest M60 model, you'll need to spend north of £120,000 on an X. All of this clever technology does mean that it is pricey, though prices start around £70,000. Number 1. Kia EV6. The EV6 is the most complete electric sport utility vehicle, SUV, currently on the market. You want to live in the real world? It has a trunk capacity of 480 liters, and the interior is roomy enough to accommodate 5 grown-ups. In need of an electric vehicle with a high range? If you purchase an EV6 that has a battery pack rated at 77.4 kilowatt-hours, you'll have the ability to travel around 300 miles without having to stop for a charge. Do you mean anything quickly? The EV6 GT has a supercar-beating acceleration of 3.5 seconds to go from 0 to 62 miles per hour, and it has a power output of 572 horsepower. It even handles beautifully while turning corners. If you want the greatest, you found it right here. If you enjoyed watching this video and want to hear from us again, then subscribe to our channel.